So I think Todd is a super enigmatic figure in the sense that he interacts with college students and he never really knows whether they're laughing with him or at him. And I think that's kind of criminal, and I think kids should show more respect than that.
I see him downtown on the weekends and stuff, and he's always up to something. I've never really seen him causing a problem for anyone. Even with his situation, living-wise and stuff like that, he seems like he does enjoy his life and kind of just shows that everyone's different and different things bring different people joy, and you can kind of just live how you want.
But what I like most about him is that he doesn't look at his problems, as we see them at least. He works with what he has, and he's still happy. And I respect him for that.
Alright, so you want to start with like your childhood and go from there? Work your way to here, essentially?
It's up to you.
Yeah.
You're the producers.
Let's hear it. Where were you born? Where were you born?
What's that?
When were you born?
Where was I born?
Where and when?
Monadnock Regional Hospital, December 17th, 1968. I was raised in Francistown, New Hampshire, but I haven't grown up. We moved from Francistown, my family moved from Francistown on October 12th, 1980 to Durham.
So how long have you lived in Durham?
Up until 1989, and then I moved to Arizona.
How long did you live in Arizona?
6 months.
6 months? What'd you do after that?
I came back for a year and a half, and then went to Colorado.
How many years were you in Colorado?
I believe 8.
8 years?
Yep. When I first got there, I did snow removal for Keystone Resort. During the time period that I was doing snow removal, I met this wonderful woman named Rami. She came around the corner at 9:15, being lackadaisical with a cup of coffee in her hand. I said, can I help you with something? She said, yeah, this is my first day on the job, and I'm not really sure if I want it or not. Now that's cool. This is a woman that I like. Because she obviously didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That afternoon, I asked her to dinner. She talked to her boss during the day while I'm still doing snow removal. And apparently, I got accolades from the boss. And she said, all right, we'll go to dinner with you. I took her out to, it happened to be payday. I took her out to dinner, ended up going home with her, and lived with her for 8 years. But because of this, she kicked me to the curb.
So what happened after you got kicked out?
My father called me because he was sick. He didn't tell me that when he called me. He just said, I need you to, he said, sell everything you own, and I owned a lot. Sell everything you own, come home. Okay? I sold everything I had. Everything. When I got back from Colorado, I went to a party in Francistown. I met a woman there who's from Quincy, Massachusetts. We hooked up. I ended up living in Quincy for 3 years. And then my father called me again because he was in his final stages. He had mesothelioma, how the fuck you pronounce it.
All right, so you want to walk us through day in the life of Todd?
The morning paces are roll out of the sleeping bag, get out of my tent, go take care of everything. That's why I don't get up until 2 or 3 in the afternoon, because I have to wait for everybody else to get set up. Check on the businesses, whether or not they need their cardboard done, because I do all the cardboard for all the businesses. Because they don't have a license, and I'm known as the town drunk. Also the town hero, unfortunately. Nobody will hire me above board, you know. So I do what I do, and I have fun. That's all that matters to me. Enjoy yourself and help other people. That's all that matters.
What do you do just to pass the time throughout the day when you're not doing stuff with it?
Other than reading and drinking? Well, I spend a lot of time at the library, but you know, that's the only communication I have. I don't use Facebook as a social media thing. I like watching some of the videos. And it's the only way, because I don't have a phone, it's the only way I can communicate with Ann.
So Todd, you said you're out and about most days of the week, but do you have a favorite day or night of the week?
My favorites are Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, because that's when the click-clicks come out. My lady Ann called them several years ago because they all wear high heels. It's fun. You sit on that bench that I call my office. Just wait for them to come out while they're hammered. I don't consider myself to be a social person. I generally don't approach other people, but when they come to me and I interact, that's enjoyable. When somebody comes up to you with a big smile and they want a hug, that is what humans are supposed to be. Enjoy each other. Respect each other.
Do you get a difference between how people treat you when they leave the bar versus like during the daytime when they see you? Or is it all the same?
It's pretty much all the same unless it's an event like after a football game or like homecoming. Last year's homecoming, I had to stop 3 fights. One of my favorite officers, she asked me to stop one, and I did. I'm 3rd degree ninjutsu. I can stop stuff. If a police officer steps in and has to use physical violence, they can sue the town and the state. Try suing my ass. I don't own anything. Here.
This is what I have.
Here, this is what I got.
You mentioned Anne earlier on during our interview. Could you tell us a little more about her?
Ann and I, July 15th was our 11th anniversary. I met her at the Madbury transfer station. They had borrowed her sister's brother's truck, and she didn't know how to back up the vehicle. I get in, I back it up to the dumpsters, and I look over, Ann's sitting there. She didn't have a ring on. I said, "You got a boyfriend?" She said, "No." I said, "Do you want to go out tonight?" She said, "Why not?" So I put my number on them, on a pack of matches. So her sister drops her off, and I asked her right off the bat, "Are you afraid of big dogs?" She said, "No." I had St. Danes, St. Bernard Great Danes. Ann gets out of her sister's car, and Stormy and Apache come walking up, going, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa." Ann stops, looked at me, and says, "Those aren't dogs. Those are ponies." After dinner, we're sitting there. Stormy walks right up to Ann and sits on her. Said, "Well, you're a keeper." And my dog, hey, if my dog sits on you like that, that means you are now her human. We went and got her stuff the next day. We were together until the house sold. That's it. And she's still my lady.
Seeing as you and Anne have been together for so long, why haven't you guys started a family?
Because I refuse to procreate. I refuse to. I'm not going to pass on my alcoholism to anybody else. Because it is brutal. It is brutal Nobody deserves this. Because 1 is too many, and 10 isn't enough. Being self-aware is extremely important. People that are in denial about their alcoholism, they're fucked. Oh, I'm not a drunk. As they tip their another drink. I'm a fucking drunk. As long as I don't hurt other people from my own stupidity, it's fine. Don't hurt people. Make them smile, help them whenever you can. Drink as much as you want. Just don't be obliterated.
Where do you see yourself 1 year from now? Do you have any ambitions? Anything? See yourself?
Just being. I don't have any ambitions. I like inspiring other people to just be. Be yourself. It doesn't matter what other people think of you. Just be. The more you try to live up to somebody else's expectations, the more it takes out of yourself. If they don't like you, fine. Then don't be around me. I don't have property. I don't have a wife. I don't have children. I'm happy the way I am. I am who I am.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to change for anybody.
Alright, so this is how it works. I walk in the store. And there's, oh, crap. I don't see any 90 days. Nope, I have to go in the cooler. There's the 90 days.